Hello friends, this is Wendy, and I am a paper crafter, a scrapbooker, a junk journaler, an archivist, a family keeper of the records, and I'm trying to learn something new today. I haven't done it yet, but I have been thinking a lot about this baby book that I want to make, and this is a stretch for me. I mean, I'm sure I can do it. What I'm not sure is how to make this book accessible to the person I'm giving it to. She's a gardener and not a paper crafter. So I want to make this as user-friendly as possible. If I were to make the journal and put tabs and say that's not where she really wanted them, they're permanent, but with the paper clips, they're not permanent. I think the idea is genius. I've not done this, but what I did do is, okay, so I watched, and this was Lollapalooza. I've watched others too, and a lot of them reference her. She must be the paperclip queen. So I went to Walmart and I bought these. And I do have some binder clips, but I have like 4. Sounds like I need more, so I got more. And then I did something, and this was scary, and I had to bring my husband with me, and he's pointing out different stuff, and I bought this. This is not the exact same glue that she used, and part of me wants to just take it back because I'm afraid. But she just puts a tiny amount. I'm going to make one. And I just wanted to be sure that if I bought this, if I didn't end up using it, my husband would. So we'll see. Okay, so I'm reading all the directions on this. This happens to be one of those ones that people say is really good. And a lot of the people that I know are using it a lot are the ones that are doing some of the ideology things to actually make knickknacks. I don't know. I can't think of the word. I have knickknacks. I love knickknacks. I would like to make knickknacks. But I think of Tammy B. I love Tammy B, by the way. And she loves Disney too. Yeah. Anyway, so, she's always making these things that are 3D, right? And they're going to go on a shelf. Knickknacks, I guess. But anyway, this says it takes 24 to 72 hours for the glue to cure, which means, I don't know what it means. I'm sure that's like before you want to put it on your shelf or whatever. I'm just going to use a little dab to hold a paper clip to paper. This makes me nervous. One thing I am a little nervous about is that I'll end up, gluing my fingers together and have to be rushed to the hospital to get them unglued. These are jumbo. Do they say jumbo on them? They're jumbo. That's the size. They're like 2 inches or just shy of. I'm just going to need one paper clip for this one because this is my very first one. I was going to make one all by myself just to make sure that I did it right. And then I thought, no, I'm going to do it. We will try this together and see, because, Lolly, this is what she does. This is her thing. And she makes these. She says she doesn't need to use her scoreboard. So she leaves a 1/2 inch on the end. I watched this video like 3 times. So we'll see if I can be as successful as she is. But I mean, like, she's got it down, right? Because she's been doing it. There is something to be said for already, knowing what you're doing. Okay, and then this goes like this. I did something wrong. No, I guess I didn't. There is, yeah. So she has them like a W. I guess that's a W, yeah. This would be an M. They both work for me, my name. Anyway, and then she glues her paper clip on. I haven't done that yet. And then she does this and this. And then, okay. All right, so far. So this is where she uses her like industrial strength glue. Okay. This is my first time. Yeah, I did kind of get them both. She then takes her regular glue. Now, I use PVA glue. I should say this every time. I'll take my PVA glue. So I'm taking my oh, I got a little mess there. Taking my PVA glue, and I am gluing just around. You know, I did something wrong. I already know that I did something wrong because, oh, I know what I did wrong. I cut the wrong side of the paper. Well, it's okay. This was my first one. Oh, now I need my binder clips. Let's get those out. These are the medium ones. There are bigger ones than this. There were smaller ones too, but there were bigger ones. I did not, by the way, I hope you all notice, I did not glue my fingers together, and I have not been rushed to the hospital. So that is a plus. Yay. So that's going right there. This is going to go on. And, oh, you know, this is kind of nice. It just, it's kind of like rubber cement. You can just sort of rub it off. It does have an odor, and the one that Lolly uses, she says it has no odor. This does have an odor, and I asked my husband about that too, and he says once this kind of stuff dries, it doesn't have an odor anymore. So I am going to try this again. I'm going to cut another piece of paper, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to hope it's going to be right. So I'll tell you what I did so that you don't do the same thing. This is 11 inches from here to here, and I cut it this way. The way I wanted to cut it was this way, 8.5. The 8.5 is what works. Ha! Okay, I'll be back. So we will try this again. Now this is 8.5 by 1.5. Haha. Okay, this is actually future me because past me made some mistakes. So I am going to redo this part. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up so I can see where there's a 1/2 inch here. I did try using my scoring board. That's another one of those things when you put that in on a search. And whether it's on Amazon or Google search or whatever, you get like athletic score boards, not crafting scoring boards. So anyway, so I'm leaving it so that there is a 1/2 inch difference. And you'll see why. And then I fold this back. And then I turn this over and I fold this one back. And now the final product has, so the longer one is the front and the shorter one is the back. So I've got a paper clip just to show you. It really doesn't matter which way you put the paper clip in, but now look at the difference in the size. The paper clip didn't change. It's just the size of the paper. So, I mean, this one could still be used. It just will take up a lot more space on the page than this one will. Which, depending on what they're doing, what they want to do with the page, they might not want all of that taking up the space. So, I will also glue these guys on. There was one other point that a different crafter pointed out. I can't even imagine anybody not knowing this, but when you do a paper clip, you don't do it from this side. I suppose somebody could try to do that. You do it from this side. So you have a loop there and a loop there. 2 loops. And then they go over. Okay. So now I'm going to put a little bit of Let's see if I can do this. The last time I did it, I put a gob on. You didn't see it. I've already deleted it. It's gone. But that's better. So then I'm hoping that when I no longer have, you know, a full bottle, maybe I'll do a little better. I don't really want to use my fingers on there. There we go. Make sure that I have you in frame. That was my primary reason for having to do this over again. And then, instead of where the heavy-duty industrial strength glue is, just glue around. Close that one up. And I will glue around this side. Now, I did see a number of different people they had a little different techniques. This one, I really like this technique. And even Lollapalooza, she has multiple different techniques because this is what she does. This is what she lives for. I guess I already said that, maybe. Anyway. And then this just needs to be held until the glue dries. So while that one is drying, I'm going to do one more, partly because I need to do them, and partly because I just want to make sure that y'all saw. So I've got that 1/2 inch there. So we have upset dogs, and my husband's not even outside bothering them. He goes in and out of the garage. The garage has this outside entrance, and when he goes in and out of the garage, the dogs go nuts. But he's not doing that right now, so who knows why. Okay, so again, I folded this, so there's a 1/2 inch here. Fold this back to meet that one. Fold this one back to meet this one. So it makes it that one is a little longer than the other, which makes it easier to put on. And then the longer one is technically the front, and this is technically the back. So then after that, it's up to you whether or not you want to decorate both sides. I did on my first one. Oh, now I got glue everywhere. Okay, because my glue, which is right there, oozed out, I'm actually going to, you know, do kind of like the, what is it, puddle and dab? We're going to do the puddle and dab, right? And just pick it up. Because it can't really hurt this. And we will then, I will wash that. So I did the whole puddle and dab technique that I do sometimes with my PVA glue. I mean, there was a puddle, and I needed to pick it up, so I did. And then I'm gluing around here again. And close these two up. And get my binder clips. I'm finding having them out and handy is a good thing. There we go. Okay, so now I have 2 more that I can decorate. This is the one I ended up finishing yesterday. I'll show you that first. I like it, but I have a problem with it, and I'll show you what that is. This is Hedwig's book. I've only got, I think, 1 page done in her book. All right, so here's something that I love about these clips. So the idea is, say this is the baby book, and the mama for the first month or 1 month old or whatever takes a whole lot of pictures, right? And so now she's going to put, you know, 1 month old right here. And then say that the second one, she only takes a couple of pictures. And so the next one's going to be here. Well, I don't know that ahead of time, right? So having these paper clips as tags is really awesome. So with that said, a couple of things. So let me see if you can see it sideways. I'm going to bring it in. Hopefully you can see it better. That's where the paper clip ends. And there's this little space here. And I could have glued that down a little better. So maybe in the future I will make sure to glue that down better. I did glue it. I didn't put a paper clip. I probably should have put, not the paper clip, but the binder clip to keep it down. So I'll do that in the future. So I didn't know that until just now. But so anyway, it goes here, so it leaves room for a tab. But do you see the crucial problem? The bee is like on its side. Bees don't fly on their side. How about this one? Yeah. So I made this directional, and this is the direction that it needs to be. I'm gonna still give this to her. I have all kinds of thoughts as to how I'm gonna do this baby book, but I want to make the ones that say 1 month and 2 months and so on. I want them to go sideways here because that's how you do it when you have a book, right? You have your tabs on the side. You know, if you have the little tabs in a binder or whatever, they're always on the side. They're not on the top. You can put them on the top, you know, maybe as a place marker or something, but I don't think you'd want a whole bunch of them on the top. I don't know. I guess that's personal preference. Maybe you do. So this is the one I made yesterday. I'll briefly tell you about this one, and I'm going to move on. I had this die. It's not Tim Holtz. I cut it out of gray, and I glued it down. That's it. I had another die, and this one comes with the die, and then it also comes with a little backing, and you got to poke the eye out too, and then glue it on. So again, not Tim Holtz, but super cute. This is Tim Holtz. This is from Mixed Media. I'll show you. So it's right here, Mixed Media. And I just cut it so that it fit. I did cut it out of brown, and then I inked it with gray to make it look more gray. So grayish brown. I think it's stinking cute. I learned some other things too. I glued it down first, and then I decided I wanted to round the corners, and I'll tell you, doesn't go in because there's a paper clip in there. So these are things, you know, that you learn along the way. Here's another one that I did. And I'm going to, I don't want that guy though. I want this one. So here's another, something else to think about. This, I almost made the mistake, but I didn't. You want to put it over that paper clip. But look at this. So I put this over. It's all good and pretty and cute and everything. I just did it backwards, but that's all right. And guess what I don't have? I don't have that spot on the top that I need. I need to leave a 1/2 inch on the top. So we're going to fix this one first. Okay, so we've got snips. I already measured. I just put it down and made a pencil mark and measured. One of those things that you kind of like learn in kindergarten, right? Future me again. Huh. I was working on this one, and I did it all off screen like this. Oh, one day I will learn that I rounded the corners ahead of time. For example, I just realized I still didn't round these ones. And again, this still doesn't fit because it's got the paper clip. But yeah, if you want corners rounded, including these, you have to do them ahead of time. So I'll show you what you have to do if you don't do it ahead of time. You go, I'll use this as my guideline, like that. Make sure that I've got it where you can see it. And then just go like that. And like that. And if they aren't quite round enough, you just, you know, round them a little more. And like that. Good enough. Of course, now I have cut off all of my lovely ink, which is no problem at all, right? So there you go. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to show you that you need to do it ahead of time. And just to be thorough, and just because I have this one sitting here, and I started to say this in the video, this is where you want to fold this over. And you can see the bit of the paper clip showing, which is handy because you want to, do I want that side or do I want that side? This side's awful cute. I think I can do more with this side. And on top of everything else, okay, I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, and only because I just barely was doing this, it's directional, right? I've got to remember that I need to have them. So if I want the words to go this way, I need to make sure I'm doing it directional. So I'll do that, and then I will meet up with that. Okay. So what I did not do last time, but I'm going to do right now, because this is the part of the video where we are talking about this. First of all, I want to make sure that it's all nice and even. And okay. And whichever kind of corner rounder that you have, this is when you want to do it. You want to do it now. You want to round all of your corners now if you want them rounded. I just think it looks more like a tab if it's got those rounded corners than if it's got the sharper square corners. So now, and then, directional, right? I've got to make sure that I remember to glue it down directionally. Oh, one more thing. I gotta make sure that I have enough for the tab. I wonder if I can snip this a little bit with this. I wonder if it's still, nope, does not fit. So if I want this little bit down here not to show, I need to just kind of round it now so it won't show when I glue this down like that. Okay, so that's how I'm going to glue that one down. I haven't inked it and I haven't designed it yet, but this is how I'm going to glue it down. But I'm going to do a design. First of all, it's going to go this way. Okay, so I thought I would pull these out and just get an idea. I kind of think that most of these will be too big. I could put her on, I would put her on a separate piece of paper so that then her little bits will, I don't know, maybe she would fit well enough. Kind of really like her. So she's a strong candidate. Then I have this one here. She's also a strong candidate. Part of her wings would be off, but that's okay. All right, so I decided to go with the one sitting. You can't see her, but she's there. And this one here. I have her kind of like pushing this flower maybe. I think that looks good. And I pulled out my platform because I think it will make it easier. First, I need to pick them up. There we go. I did put my foam because it seems to do a better job. I don't know if you can see me doing this. We'll see how this works. I'm hoping. I grabbed Tattered Rose. I don't know how how well this will show up on the gray. One of the reasons why I did the platform is that if this doesn't show up, I have an opportunity to stamp with either a different color or stamp with the same color again. Well, I can see it. Let's see. Well, they're pretty, but they aren't really dark enough, are they? So this is my next try, is warm lipstick. Yeah, when I was pressing it on, I thought, oh no, they're not really showing up. I'm trying to make sure I don't hit. Okay, let's try this. Oh, that's much better. Okay, I feel like I need to do her just a little more. Let's try that and hope and pray that it looks good. Okay, still not happy with that. Third time's a charm, right? I'm gonna do both of them this time. Oh, that's perfect. I've got another oxide color that I can use on the outside that's pink. So I'm gonna grab that. I don't know if I've ever shown you this. So you just pull that off, it's Velcro. You just put the next one on. And this is also worn lipstick, so that's what this is. And then I've got the worn lipstick. So this shows up better. The gray just doesn't show up. Not on this, at least, you know. So I am going to finish inking, and then I'm going to glue this down and put binder clips on it. So I'll speed that up. Let's see how this one turned out and whether I need to do a little bit of trimming. Need to do a little bit of trimming right here. So let's see how this goes on a piece of paper. Oh, there was a little bit of glue that got in there. Okay, let's try this now. So this is, let's see, this is the right side. It's still upside down, man. But these are cute. I saw all kinds of cute designs. So yeah, if you go on YouTube and put in covered paperclip or something like that, or hidden paperclip, you'll see all kinds of cute designs. I want to do one that's got some hearts, like I could put a heart. I could actually have this going the right way and stick a heart right there, and then it wouldn't even be noticeable that this is facing the wrong way. I might do that. I have hearts. I might do it now. Here is the finished product. So here is the fairy, and I will put like 1 month old or 2 month old, whatever there. And on the other side is another fairy pushing this flower away. And this was really, you know, once the actual decorating this is very, very easy, just stamping or whatever, you know. So once I get the directional thing down and all of that, they're actually easy and pretty quick to make. This one, I had already completed it. And this one I made multiple mistakes on. So first of all, it was too small, so I added this extra here and on here. I'm not even going to decorate the back beyond what it is. I think that's really pretty. And then again, it was directional and I made a mistake with that. But adding these hearts, that kind of takes that problem away. And I will again put 1 month or 2 month or whatever on there. This one, there's no hope for it. It's going up. So this can be a bookmark for her, or, you know, I'll come up with something. Now this one I have not finished, so before I even put it on there, I'm going to ink it and decorate it and everything. But I'll do that later or off camera or whatever. These ones are from the Falling Hearts. And this one is called, I didn't use this one, but this one is called Stacked Hearts. You know, along with the stacked triangles and squares and all that. He has hearts. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, give it a big thumbs up. And hit the notification bell and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you real soon. Bye.